What's up guys, Lifting here. So while we wait for the new leaks, I thought it would be fun to continue the 50 times whatever content series I started not too long ago. Here I did 50 runs of Exile and Uberlab and then shared the results of the drops we found in there. On that note, I will now continue doing these 50 runs of various different maps to see what kind of returns we get from each map. I like to set goals for myself in Path of Exile, and while farming one map 50 times may not sound fun for some of you guys, it actually is for me, so hopefully you will enjoy at least seeing how much time I spend or wasted, I guess, compared to the value gained for these different runs. In this first video I decided to do 50 beach maps for the very simple reason that I had a character I needed to level that had just gotten to maps, and because of the awesome map layout of the beach and all the ladies in bikinis, that was an easy choice to go with. To do this I bought 50 beach maps for 1 chisel each, or what would be equivalent to 16.6 chaos orbs. Each map got transmuted and I only spent very little alterations to reroll a few elemental reflect maps. Overall I spent less than a chaos on doing this. I made sure to kill the boss each run and always made sure that there was less than 50 monsters remaining in the map before I left it. Each run took about 2 to 3 minutes for a total of 151 minutes, or close to 2.5 hours to complete. I can't remember precisely, but I think my character was level 71 when I started and 77 or 78 when I stopped. For future videos I'll make sure to write that down so we can get a more accurate experience per hour indicator as well. Now let's see how much I actually gained by doing these 50 runs in terms of estimated profit. And to make it easy, we will convert it all into chaos orbs based on the Essence Softcore League prices. Now in terms of raw currency drops, when everything is added up, I earned about 43 chaos orbs. If you add the value of the various essences to this, we gain an additional 19 chaos for a total of 62 chaos orbs. Now another thing I was curious about when doing these beach maps was what kind of divination cards that dropped in there, because according to the wiki it hasn't been documented yet. I'm now happy to say that I can at least disclose that the Her Mask, the Gambler and the Gem Cutter can drop in there, so yay, we contributed. The sad thing is of course that these divination cards really aren't worth anything. I found 7 Her Mask cards, 2 Gamblers and 1 Gem Cutters for a total of 3 chaos orbs. Yay. For unique items we didn't really find anything interesting, a few low level uniques and not very useful ones, and the total profit of those are 4 chaos orbs. I also found a 5-linked spider silk robe which sells for about 2 chaos orbs, and finally I got lucky and found this ring here, which when compared to other similar rings sells for 40 plus chaos orbs, so pretty nice. The total profit for various item drops is 46 chaos orbs. As for map drops, I got in return of running these 50 beach maps 64 maps back in total, whereas 22 of them are tier 2, 31 of them tier 3 and 11 of them tier 4. And now for the sake of convenience I simply priced all of these maps for 2 jewelers each for a total of 124 or 12.4 chaos orbs in total. I'm not really expecting them to sell, but this is their average worth when priced accordingly. When it comes to scale gems, I didn't really find anything useful, so I simply added the gems to the GCP machine and got 3 GCPs in return for a total profit of 3 chaos orbs. Finally, I also decided on picking up all the sorcerer boots and changing them in the hopes of getting those 6 Skyforths. There was a total of 17 boots, I spent 17 chains orbs. None of the boots turned out to have any worth, so rip chains orbs. So when putting this all together and subtracting the cost of the maps themselves plus the 17 chains orbs I spent without getting anything in return, the total estimated profit when rounded down amounts to 108 chaos orbs. Taking into consideration the amount of time spent on each run, this amounts to something like 43 chaos orbs per hour, granting that everything sells for the price that it is getting listed for. So overall, not too bad for 2.5 hours of farming a low level map with efficient experience gains. I did get pretty lucky with the rare ring however, so keep that in mind. Now, I know you guys like the Atari farming and Uber farming videos, and I hope you enjoy the more casual random map farming as well. Within long, I will release a new video of these, of my findings of doing 50 shaped Phantasmagoria maps. Also, if you have any maps you're particularly curious about seeing farmed, let me know and tell me the reason for this down in the comments, and I will consider doing this if I realistically can. That's it for now. Subscribe if you're interested in my future findings. Thank you for watching, and bros, do you even nerd?